Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to new video. And today we're gonna look at my project pen palette update, kind of like a yearly update. So I'm gonna show you which palettes I was able to, which new shades I was able to pen, which palettes I was able to finish up, and I'm gonna give you kind of like an update of the situation. So I hope you're gonna enjoy this video. In case you're new here, hi, my name's Sasha. I love indie makeup, I love colorful makeup, especially eyeshadows. And I enjoy using eyeshadow palettes and just digging into them. And I quite like seeing new pans and actually using up the products. So if that's something that interests you, I would be very happy to have you here. And without further ado, let's just jump right into this. Okay, so I only have 3 palettes to show you. We started with 7 palettes at the beginning of the year, and now we're down to 3. So I've completely used up 3 palettes. I've decluttered 1 palette, or well, I threw her away because she was not in a good state anymore. And I have 3 palettes left. So I've completely finished the Urban Decay Naked Cherry palette, the Natasha Denona Mini Nude palette, and the Udden's Eye Olive Dew Mini Forest palette. And I had to throw away the Hummingbird palette by Udden's Eye because a couple of the shades had mold on them, and I thought that I could just take the shades out and just leave the palette like with the front, and then in the inside, on the inside, it would be just empty pans. But I didn't really like the look of it, and since also the packaging was kind of not in the best state, I just decided to throw her away. I still have the Giant Wolves palette by Udden's Eye, and I liked that one more, so that's that. And these are the 3 palettes that are left in my collection, and we're still gonna continue working on them. So I'm gonna link all of the project pen updates for the 3 palettes that I've used up, and I'll also link my mid-year project pen update that I made a couple of months ago, because I'm not gonna talk thoroughly about all of the palettes that I've used up and like how it went down. So if you want to see like the specific prices, number of uses, number of grams per shadow, grams per look, and stuff like that, I'm gonna link it in the little card. But we've used the Urban Decay Naked Cherry palette. No, sorry. First up was the Natasha Denona Mini Nude palette. That one, I was able to get 168 looks and 434 uses in total from all of these shades. But that was the smallest palette. Then with the Urban Decay Naked Cherry palette, I was able to use her for 254 looks. And I don't remember what was the total amount of uses, but I'm gonna link the video talking about it. And then for the Mini Forest palette by Udden's Eye, I've completely used her up. I didn't have any pen in her this year, which I'm gonna also link the initial project pen that I posted at the beginning of the year, so that you can see how these palettes looked like at the beginning of the year. But the Mini Forest palette, we were at 21 uses when, at 21 looks, so like 21 uses of the whole palette at the beginning of the year, and I've completely used her up. I was able to use her 154 54 times, or like create 154 looks with her, and the total amount of uses of all of the shades was 389. So that's that one. So it's kind of comparable with the mini nude palette from Natasha Denona. The mini forest had more shades. It has 6 shades, and I think the Natasha Denona had 5 shades. But the mini forest palette was mostly shimmer palette, and also it had like fun shimmers that I was enjoying to use, so I was layering them up quite a bit. Whereas for the, and it didn't have any inner corner highlight, or well, you could use some of the shades as inner corner highlights, but I usually didn't. So I was using the whole palette for the whole lid. Whereas with the Natasha Denona, there was one inner corner highlight that I hated, so I didn't really use it, and until like very late. And then it had 2 shimmers for the whole lid. So that's why the Alva Mini was used up a little bit quicker, because fun shimmers equal easier use for me. So that's that. And then the 3 palettes that we have left. So I'm gonna start with the Christmas Eve palette. I just managed to hit a new pan on this one today. So I've hit pan on this shade that you saw me wearing at the beginning of the video. I thought I'm gonna hit pan on the felting time, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, because this has a huge dip. I don't know if you can actually see it, but this has an insane dip, and I'm pretty sure next time I'm gonna use it, I'm gonna hit a pan on it, because it's so close. But this one, so far I was able to use her 53 times, which that's quite a lot considering that I've only had her for like a year and a bit. And as you can see, I have 4 pans. So the first shade that I've panned was the shade Gorgeous. And that happened when I was using the palette for the 38th time, and I was at 17 uses with this shade. Then the next shade that went was the shade Snowlight. That happened when I was using that shade for the 20th time, and it was my 51st look with this palette. Then the next look, 52nd, I've hit pan on the shade Snowflake, which had 17 uses, or it was used 17 times. And then today, 53rd look, and I hit pan on the shade Lima Tart, which now has 26 total uses. So that's for the Christmas Eve palette. 4 pans in, a lot more to go, but I think I could pan most of these shimmers by the end of next year. Maybe not the Silvery Dream, but I think all of the others, they're not that far. Like these 4 are not that far from it, so I think I could pan them. And I need to get more dips in the matte shades as well. I have quite a bit of a dip in the blue one and in the gray one, so I think it's manageable, and I would really want to do that. Then we have the Merry Christmas palette, which now has 63 uses, so I've used her 10 times more. And it has one more pan, so it has 5 pans, 4 over here and 1 over here. Can you tell that I only use her for the greens? And yes, well, once I finish the greens, she's going into trash, because I have no other reason to use her. But no, I'm kidding. Like, I can also use this little quad here, but yeah, there's if I reach for her, it's for the greens actually. Today I've reached for her for these 2, but that's a rarity. I still can't believe I don't have pan here, but that's because it's kind of a little bit stiffer shade, and you're taking the whole pan. It's not like that you're actually dipping just in one place in the pan, but you just kind of have to swirl around to get something. So yeah, that's the weird thing about it, but it has quite a huge dip. I don't know if you can see it again, but it has quite a bit of a dip. So this one or this one could go next. And so 63 uses so far. The first shade that went down was the shade Elfish because it's kind of very jelly formula. I don't know if I've already had pan when I filmed the initial Project Pan video or if it was right after that. But we went from 23 uses at the beginning of the year, and so this was after that because at the 31st use of this palette I've hit pan on the shade Elfish. It was my 14th time using this shade, so it takes 14 uses to hit pan on this. But again, it's very jelly, and sometimes I use it as a face highlighter, so that's also the reason. The next shade that went down was the shade Best Wish, which happened when I was using this palette for the 41st time, and it was 19th time using this shade, so it takes 19 uses. Then the shade New Year takes 12 uses to hit pan on, and it happened at my 60th look, or the 60th time using this palette. And it's because this one is, again, kind of like, this one is chunkier, so you're actually like getting a lot on your brush and like you're taking a lot out, unlike this shade that actually like you have to, you're getting very little on your brush, so you end up using a lot of this one. So that's the New Year. Then it was the shade Snowman. I was using it for the 15th time, and it was my 61st look. And on my 62nd look, I've hit pan on the shade Matcha Cookie, and it happened on my 19th use of this shade. This one is the smallest, obviously, but it happened like the last time I've used this palette. So yeah, 5 pans, and I'm super happy about that, and I can't wait to get more pans out of her. So that's that. And then for the last palette, it's the Colourpop Sweet as Can Be palette. It's the collaboration between Colourpop and Winnie the Pooh. I've had 18 uses of this palette at the beginning of the year, and now we're at 38 uses, so I've used her 20 times, which is not bad considering that this is a very neutral palette and it's not my favorite palette. It's probably my least favorite palette of my entire collection because this one is kind of sheer, but I love the packaging, I love the theme and everything. It's just the quality. If this was in a normal packaging that has nothing cute about it, I would throw this away because it's nothing special. I wasn't trying to ban this palette, I was just trying to use her more because I've had her for a year and I only had 18 uses, and it was at the time when I had way less palettes than I have now. So the fact that I've used her 20 times, even with the amount of palettes that I have now and with the amount of hauls that I do and like the new makeup that I'm testing, this is pretty good. I don't think this one is in my project pan for 2024. I'm pretty sure that I've managed to get what I wanted out of her, and I will still continue using her, but she's not in my project pan, at least not that I remember. So maybe I'll put her in another project pan like in a couple of years if she's still gonna be good. But yeah, now that I think of it, I should use her this month or like in January because this shade is very dry and this one is also very dry. I think last time I've used her was like 4 months ago, or you know, I haven't used her for a very long time, so I might have to use her soon. But yeah, that's my entire project pan update. So we went from 7 palettes to 3 palettes. We've used up 3 palettes, and these 2 palettes are going to the next project pan because I do actually want to finish them up unless they're gonna get bad or something, which then I would obviously throw them away. But yeah, and I need to get myself to use some of these shades as highlighters as well, because like I've never used this one as highlighter, which I don't know why, because that's such a great shade for highlighter. You can use this as a highlighter. Again, I've only done that like once, I think. These three I've used a couple times as highlighters, but again, I should get more into it, and I should start to use this shade as a blush. I low-key want to try this as a blush because I know some people use yellow blushes, so I want to try it once, but I feel like this one is too yellow. So maybe I should mix these two and get my perfect yellow blush. I'm gonna try it. Obviously, it's gonna be kind of harder to do since it's eyeshadow, but I want to try that because I think that's a great way how to get some more uses out of your eyeshadows. And I need to do more darker looks to get some uses out of these dark shades. Yeah, I use these two sometimes. Well, I use this one always as a eyeliner, like a liquid liner. I just spray it, and I've sprayed this one a couple of times when I'm going more for like a natural eyeliner. So yeah, I need to do that more. But I think since I've already did like 4 to 5 pans this year, by the end of 2024, I should have at least half of the palette pan. I should have pans in at least half of the palette. I think that's very doable. And I want to hit pan on more of the mattes because obviously I only have pans in the lightest shades. I need to get more uses out of this green because this green is great, but every time I want to use green from Odin's Eye, I just go for this. But I need to use this one more. And some of the blues. I have to hit pan on the blues as well. So yeah, I'm definitely planning on doing that. This one actually has quite a dip too. It's just not that visible. So yeah, hopefully we'll... Like if I was able to pan all of these shades, like have pans in all of them by the end of next year, that would be amazing. But I've been trying a lot of makeup lately, and I don't think I'm gonna stop next year. I mean, I want to have a little bit calmer January and February to like get some uses out of these Project Pan palettes. But I'm kind of worried then it's gonna kind of go all to ashes, and there's gonna be fun releases and I'm gonna have to buy everything. So yeah, I will try, and you know, hopefully we'll get some more pans. So let me know if you do project pans. Let me know if you were able to either finish up some of your palettes or some other makeup products, or if you were able to hit pan on some of these products. I would definitely be very happy to see that, to hear that. And yeah, let me know how's your makeup collection doing. I hope you have a great day. Happy New Year's, by the way. Hope you're either gonna celebrate it in some fun way, or that you've already celebrated it in a fun way. And I wish you a lot of luck in the next year, a lot of great makeup as well, and some good panning progress in the year 2024. So yeah, that's it for me. Have a great day, and I will be very happy to see you tomorrow with a new video, which is gonna be talking about how much I've used all the palettes that I have in my collection this year. You know, how many uses I've been able to get, and it should be interesting video. So if you wanna join in tomorrow, I'll be very happy to see you there. So bye.